There's a moment, a subtle, powerful shift when a narcissist realizes their usual tactics no longer work on you. It's not when you argue with them, not when you explain yourself, and not when you try to make them see the truth. Narcissists are immune to logic, accountability, and emotional depth. But there is one thing they cannot handle, one force that shuts down their manipulation instantly. That force is your silence. Not the silence that comes from fear or confusion, but the silence born from clarity. The silence that comes when you finally see the pattern, understand the game, and recognize that you're dealing with someone who thrives on emotional reactions. Narcissists feed on your explanations, your defenses, your need to be understood. Every word you give them, every attempt to reason with them, becomes fuel for their ego and proof that they still have access to your emotions. They weaponize chaos, circular conversations, baiting accusations, and senseless arguments to keep you engaged. Their goal is to get you spinning, reacting, defending, and trying to make sense of what was never meant to make sense. They don't need truth, they need access. They don't seek resolution, they seek control. But when you stop participating, when you stop trying to convince them, stop responding to their provocations, and stop attaching your worth to their approval, you cut off their oxygen supply. Your silence becomes a mirror they cannot stand to face. It reflects their emptiness, their lack of power, and their inability to pull you back into the emotional maze they created. Your quietness destabilizes them because it removes their grip on your nervous system. Suddenly, they can't read your emotions. They can't predict your next move. They can't feel your energy. And for someone who survives through emotional extraction, that silence is terrifying. The beauty of this power is that it doesn't require confrontation or explanation. You don't have to yell. You don't have to prove anything. You simply detach. You allow their words to fall flat. You give them nothing to feed on. And in that moment, the dynamic shifts. Their manipulation begins to crumble. Their confidence wavers. They push harder, trying each familiar tactic, but nothing lands because you're no longer available to be controlled. You're no longer emotionally present in the way they depend on. This is the secret power that stops a narcissist in their tracks. Your refusal to engage in the chaos they create. Your calmness in the face of their storm. Your silence that speaks louder than any argument ever could. When you choose not to play the game ends. And there is nothing more liberating than watching a narcissist lose the power they once believed they would always have over you.